Just a week after deciding that the boom bow was actually a shite idea in the Respawn Team Rumble game mode, Epic finally came to its senses with its patch earlier today and vaulting the item that somehow takes shotgun rounds even though it's an explosive and had a built-in aim trajectory feature that lets you know how badly you're going to miss by. Also gone from the game with this patch are dynamite, since it's a game about building after all, so why include something to counter the only thing that makes this battle royale offering different from the other ho-hum variations out there, and the dual pistols, which just watered down the loot pool for rare and epic variants of weapons that you'd actually use. However, they did add in one new item to replace the 3 that are going away with the Chug Splash, a rare throwable item in stacks of 2 with a max stack of 6 that will give 20 health and or shield to any player, either friend or foe, in the explosive radius. So this way, if your teammates get stuck in, you could at least play the medic role, since your lack of any other FPS skills would make your squad insta-lose the fight. Also in the patch is a fix to the shotgun swap delay, and sorry double pump fans, this isn't the return of the mechanic, which is useless now anyways, considering that the only shotguns currently in the game are spammable, although there has been a new data mine one, and more on that later. But this fix is to remove any time between building then swapping to a shotgun and then shooting. However, there was also a nerf to the combat shotgun's long range effectiveness, because you shouldn't be able to snipe with a shotty. In order to not have as much clutter as a hoarder, toys will no longer show up in the feed while on the starter island for people completing challenges and or being douche canoes to others. Plenty of bugs were fixed, but unfortunately not the audio ones that Epic has been promising and not delivering for weeks now, but weird behavior with the Rift to Go, Storm Swap, Reboot cards, Shadow, and Boogie Bomb items were corrected. 2 new features were also added in, including a hold to swap feature with the option defaulted to off that makes the pickup on the initial button press instead of its release, so that this way it won't feel like the game is less responsive than tech support accounts on Twitter. Also, since Epic knows a lot of people that play its game are #ForeverAlone, the Fortnite pressure plate puzzle northwest of the block, which required a squad of 4 previously to do, is now easier to complete, as you could park vehicles on the pedestals in order to trigger the action, which will have the Fortnite available now for 15 seconds after the completion of the song and dance of stepping on the right plates. In creative mode, the playable at E3 prop hunt game mode has now been rolled into the part of the game for people that would rather make their own sandbox instead of play in the one that you're given. The prop-o-matic weapon is now available for people to create their own version of the hide and seek variant, or you could join the one made by the Stray Kite development team, because of course Epic has to outsource its limited time modes due to being in a constant state of crunch. Speaking of stealing from Call of Duty, there is also a leaked 14 Days of Summer event that has challenges associated with it, which, as of the time of this recording, is unknown when it will begin, but considering that summer officially starts on Friday the 21st, I'd assume it's right around the corner. Each challenge rewards a cosmetic item, with completing all 14 challenges granting a Peely Smoothie back bling that you see on screen here. The challenges are as follows: dancing at 6 different beach parties, because cutting up the dance floor is so much more difficult in the sand in order to get the deep end emote in order to dance even more. Then being a twat waffle at that party by popping 5 party balloon decorations and destroying 7 grills with the low and slow harvesting tool that you get from doing the launching fireworks along the riverbank challenge. Searching unicorn floaties at swimming holes to grant you the Neon Tropics wrap, which you then need to complete the scoring 255,000 points via tricks with the drift board with said wrap applied, getting a score of 10 or more at the Carnival Clown board to earn the Beach Balls Trail, which should be a reward for doing shit with actual beach balls, since there's multiple challenges of them, thanking the bus driver, and then finishing top 20 in 5 different matches, bouncing off a giant beach umbrella in 3 different games, visiting said giant beach umbrella and a huge rubber ducky in the same match to get that ducky as a back bling, eliminations with a drum gun or other daily unvaulted weapon, which means that we're getting a redo of the much maligned event from last season every day for 14 fucking days straight to reward you with a water balloon toy that you'll then need to hit a player with said toy in 3 different matches, granting you this loading screen shown here. There's another loading screen reward by bouncing a giant beach ball in 5 different matches to grant you this loading screen here. Then you need to search the hidden seashell in the beach theme loading screen in order to complete that challenge. While we're on the subject of challenges, the week 7 challenges that don't go live until Thursday have been leaked, and they are the following: searching 7 chests at Junk Junction or Neo Tilted. Do I even need to comment on which spot you'll be doing this one in? Searching ammo boxes in 7 different name locations, eliminations with 3 suppressed weapons made more difficult by the vaulting of the SMG and AR versions, leaving the pistol and sniper rifle as the only suppressed weapon, so good luck with that fucking one. Dealing 200 damage to opponents while riding vehicles, which is really only the drift board and quad crusher, since you can't damage enemies in the bubble, I mean the baller. 3 limbs from 5 meters or less, which you should be doing with shotguns now anyways, especially after that range nerf on the combat shotgun. Searching a chest using a vending machine and campfire, all in one single match. And finally, a staged double visit challenge in a single match with the Block and Loot Lake, then Fatal Fields and Neo Tilted, Finally, Snobby Shores and Mega Mall, which are actually on complete opposite ends of the island from one another, so that one should be fun. Thankfully, there are slipstreams to get around, though. Complete all of the challenges, and you'll get this loading screen here, which looks like a scene out of a movie where environmentalists are sabotaging a power plant, with the workers at the plant having the aim of Elmer Fudd. The hidden battle star is clearly visible on the platform to the left of our pink-haired activist, so head over to Pressure Plant in order to claim it. That's not all with challenges, as the Breakpoint skin has a set of challenges to get up to 1,000 V-Bucks by completing 7 daily tasks. Since we're talking about skins, there's a ton of them, plus other cosmetics in this patch, including Singularity with different style unlocks to make her look less like an emo Captain Marvel with her Kree outfit, Flare and Nightbeam from the Week 7 loading screen because apparently hair and eyes in matching neon colors from the 80s is somehow futuristic. Also with weird eye things are Vector with the glowing theme and Focus as if you're even able to see out of that fucking mess. Then there's the Pillar and Flutter skins if you want to feel like an insect during the summer, which would suck with all of the zappers and bug spray going around. Dare looking like a style of Vector instead of its own skin, and Biz because even in the future, the thug life is still a way of living. From the earlier Seashell loading screen is Starfish that resembles neither a star nor a fish nor a starfish, but again, glowing neon eyes with the jellyfish hair buns won't be the in style for a while. Double Cross exploiting both pirate and island culture. Summer Drift, who has gotten laid unlike most people playing the game. Beach Bomber, since all the kids need a skimpy outfit to fap over instead of making like the prior skin. King Flamingo for all the furries left out of the previous demographic, but wait a second, is he actually doing the double pump in this image? So maybe it could be returning after all. Gage is an easy tropical palette swap from other skins of the same type. Match Point because there weren't enough tennis skins beforehand apparently. Heist because even though there's more evidence about a Stranger Things one, a Payday crossover isn't in the works anytime soon, so they just ripped it off. And finally, Bigfoot, for whatever reason, belongs in a summer-themed set of cosmetics. Thankfully, he shaved a little bit, otherwise it was going to get really sweaty. To tie in with the skins, there's the Lumicore Red or Lumicore Green back blings, both of which are clearly over 9,000, along with the Splintered Light Harvester and Mega Bat Glider, with the Nightbeam or Flare skins for the Stormlight set. Flutterwings and Carapace back blings, along with Shard Sickle and Flycatcher for the Bugs Chrysalis Crew set. The Floral Shell back bling with the Double Cross skin Red Lily set. Anemone back bling, Man of War, and Concleaver axes with the Starfish skin. Uzi back bling because Super Soaker is still trademarked. Driftstream Glider and Dual Edge pickaxe with the Summer Drift skin. Chuck Pack back bling and Fixation Harvester with the Focus skin. Glow Jet back bling with the Biz skin. The Brightboard Easy Port from the Downtown Drift back blings, along with the Payload Glider for the Beach Bomber skin. Tiny Totem back bling, as if we weren't done with the Polynesian thing last season, that is somehow coupled with the Heist outfit. Cooler back bling with Camp Cruiser Glider for the Doesn't Belong Bigfoot skin because it's not a fucking bear disrupting your camping outing epic. Ion Glider and Wild Tangent pickaxe for the Vector skin, and the Lawn Breaker pickaxe for King Flamingo because the already existing Flamingo Harvester wasn't making them any money after all. There's also one-off items like the Streamline, Brave Bag, and Color Guard back blings, the I hope it's not filled with fart smell Crop Duster Glider, the Vivid Axe Harvester, and emotes like Bouncer, that is a traversal kind, in case you haven't seen cam girls doing this on X videos, Deep Dab, since there clearly aren't enough of that annoying gesture in the game, and the exercises, Jumping Jacks, and Featherweight, because that's the only thing your sorry ass can lift, bro. Lastly are the wraps, of which some of them are probably tied into the sets I mentioned earlier, but can't be confirmed as of now, with the Kitsune pattern, which actually isn't on any of the skins, core that resembles what people in the 70s thought the internet would look like on the inside, essence, or colors that don't blend together at all, hex form, which is like a honeycomb of the future, blue camo, or the only camo that you wanted on a gun from the original COD 4, bright stars if you want everything to be like the bomber, flower print from Double Cross, Busy for Biz, and Scanline for the better looking TV Snow. Lastly, in leaks are some new items, first in the form of a visual only for a drum shotgun, which gives PTSD shudder-inducing responses from people that now have to deal with a drum gun in the game. It's unclear if it's going to be like the Supercalifragilisticexpial atrocious to go up against Black Ops 3 Brecky shotgun, of which the asset clearly resembles, or if this is going to finally mark the return of actual aiming in favor of the spray and pray beta. Unfortunately, also found was an Airstrike legendary item here that has a description of elimination from above, and there's also animations already in the game that indicate that yes, we're going to be able to call some fucking pigeons in to drop some explosive diarrhea on our enemies. That's fucking great. So much for the vaulting of explosive items in this patch, because it doesn't fit the way that Epic wants their game to play. During Fortnite's Pro-Am tournament, there's also a comedic trailer in which a stranded Jonesy pulls out a flare gun to presumably notify the battle bus flying overhead that he needs a rescue, but instead commits genocide on the lobby with a victory royale being granted that is totally not what the fuck he wanted. However, a senior PR rep for Epic Games shot down any idea of a potential PUBG ripoff being added into the game, which is surprising because that's usually how they roll with integrating good ideas from other games into their own. Anyways, what do you think about the changes with the 9.30 patch, and which one of those plethora of cosmetics will you actually be throwing down your mom's credit card in order to purchase? I've been the Schwantz27 over, like any potential travel plans to Cuba anytime soon. Until next time.